وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد نجوم لاحت في العليا لتناجي العزة والسؤدد وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد وسحاب يهطل مغفرة ليغيث قلوبا تتوقد بالحب وبالرحمة تشدو حلقات زانت تتجسد نجوم لاحت في العليا لتناجي العزة والسؤدد وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد أعلام الدعوة يا رمزا يا مشعل نور يتزود يا بحرا ساحله هدي يحمل أرواحا تتوجه أعلام الدعوة يا رمزا يا مشعل نور يتزود يا بحرا ساحله هدي يحمل أرواحا تتوجد أعلام الدعوة يا رمزا يا مشعل نور يتزود يا بحرا ساحله هدي يحمل أرواحا تتوجد حلقات.
Salam boys, hope you're doing well. Alright, today's going to be a little bit of a different type of video. Don't mind my hair, by the way. I don't know why I was doing that on the day. And by different type of video, I mean it's not going to be really too different. I was kind of lacking a bit, and I've only managed to record like 3 pieces of footage. So I just kind of salvaged them together and decided to talk about a topic. You know, I'm not really feeling that good right now, but you know, sometimes it's not really about how you feel. It's about what work needs to be done. Before we get into the topic at hand, let's get into the gratitude. First of all, alhamdulillah for my health. You know, I'm not really feeling that good right now, so you know, being grateful about my health is a pretty big thing right now. Second of all, alhamdulillah for silence. In terms of the challenge, I've literally cut out everything starting today. You know, YouTube, I haven't listened to any podcasts or literally anything like that. Just my own mind, I guess. Also, I've been doing a bit of reading, but so yeah, alhamdulillah for reading, I guess. Yeah, so as I said earlier, this is a pretty scuffed video. There's like this piece of footage, the next one, and the next one are like days apart. But I didn't want to make use of them somehow, so today is just going to be basically me talking over the footage and talking about the topic. And that topic being the black pill. Don't worry if you don't know what the black pill is or the pills are really about. I'm going to be defining them anyway and also saying why I picked the topic. This is actually probably one of the few videos I actually properly planned out. And by that I mean I literally just did bullet points in the notes app on my laptop. So obviously very professional video making. Alright, let's get into what the black pill even is. The definition, or the official definition, should be on the screen right now. You can pause the video and look at that definition if you want. I'm going to be defining it in my own words anyway. So the black pill is one of officially kind of like one of 3 pills, I guess. You don't really need to know the origins or why they're called the pills, but basically you have the blue pill, which is kind of the normie society I don't know how to describe it. Just kind of the normal outlook on life that, you know, society teaches you. Then you have the red pill, which is kind of going against that, and there's kind of different takes on the red pill, but I don't really just subscribe to it anymore, and kind of a fraudulent topic in itself. But all you need to really know about the red pill is that it goes against the blue pill, and it's more about, I don't know, it's more in the realm of self-improvement than the blue pill. And then you have the black pill, which is you can tell by the color that it's represented by, kind of like a down bad incel way of looking at things. Now, I'm not saying that to be insulting. I'm just saying that I guess most incels are black pilled. And if you don't know what incel means, just Google it, bro. I'll be explaining it. So it's a very depressing, fatalistic, I think that's one of the words that the official definition used. Very just sad outlook on life. Now, the reason why I decided to talk about them, actually, before I get into that, let's preface this by you know, putting a disclaimer, I guess. I am not a sociologist. I am not a psychologist or expert in I guess, the marriage realm, since we're talking about in the Islamic paradigm. But yeah, I'm not an expert. I'm just talking from my own experiences, the videos that I watched, the research that I've done, and my own opinion. But yeah, there was 2 comments that kind of spurred this on. The video in question that the comments were on is the video on screen right now. It should be, I think the title is How Islam Solved the Black Pill Dilemma. So yeah, the main issue that I actually tackled in that video is going through the black pill mindset, which is basically you can never obtain, I guess, love if you don't get the right genetics or look a certain way. And my basic response to that was that Islam provides another aspect of a person that can decide their attractiveness. For example, a man might not look the best, but because of his practicing nature and his discipline in that area of his life, or his faith and his adhering to the practices that we do, that can actually overshadow his his appearance. Oh yeah, by the way, jazakallah for your comments, and I'll try my best to answer them in this video. But before we get into actually answering them, I know I'm taking a pretty long time to get to the actual comments, but let's start off with my experience with the black pill. Now, I've talked about it multiple times on the channel, but I used to be a big degenerate. Now, this was most prevalent in my secondary school days. I didn't really start improving myself until literally after I left year 11, which is the last year of secondary school for us. Like literally in the holidays after year 11, I instantly saw in the gym. Now at this stage in my life, I was a top degenerate. I would sit around all day watching anime, eating food, and I was fat. Like on the screen right now is a picture of how I looked. Now I was black pilled without even knowing I was black pilled. Because of how I looked, I had this mindset of, yeah, I'll never get this, I'll never get that, or why do these guys who look like this get it and I don't, that kind of mindset, without obviously going into too much detail. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me and the black pill. Just one last thing before I get into the actual comments. The black pill phenomena is something that's usually used for non-Muslims, and it's used in the sense of like the kind of the dating pool. But obviously in Islam we don't have dating, so I'll try my best to apply it in the sense that you can understand it as a Muslim, I guess. Alright, now let's get into the actual comments that the people's left. So let's start with the first comment. Should be on screen right now. By the way, the names are censored out of respect for the actual commenters. So what this guy brings up in his comment, or the main thing, is that most women don't really care about the deen, which is a direct quote from it. Now, okay, my response is that fair enough. But let's talk about most women for a second, yeah? Most women nowadays, or at least in my area, are bloody TikTok obsessed, chronically online, no-life weirdos that you would not want to be anywhere near. Oh, and don't call me a bloody misogynist, because I also believe most men are degenerate, weird, no-life losers as well. But I like to believe if you watch my channel, you don't want to be like most men. So I guess it makes sense that if you don't want to be like most men, then you wouldn't want most women. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Alright, now time for the second comment. Again, should be on screen right now. The main point that I want to tackle in this comment is that he says he's wondering if he needs to die first to get love. And my honest answer to that is maybe. And that's true for any man. One thing I've purposely neglected to mention so far, and that is not because of its unimportance at all, is Allah's qadr, or predestination. Alright, let's take me for example. It may be true that I might never get married, but it's also true that I might die before this video is even uploaded. The fact is that I don't know, you don't know, but literally only Allah knows. All we can really do is believe that everything happens for a reason, and that sometimes that reason is not always clear or apparent to us. However, what should be apparent to us is that Allah has already ordained what will happen to us and what has already happened to us. So yeah, it may be true that you might not find love in this life, I guess, but it's also true that this channel might never take off and my dreams will never come true. And that would make me very, very depressed if I didn't know that Allah has something much, much better prepared for me anywhere. Overall, I think there's no point to really despair. Women aren't everything. even though sometimes it seems like they are. But there are much worse things that can happen to you than not getting married. Also, if you want more reading on the matter, I suggest you go read about Julaybib radiallahu anhu. I think his story links heavily to the black pill dilemma. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on that issue. I hope I answered your comments adequately, and if I didn't, my bad. Feel free to give your opinion in the comments. I read all of them. So yeah, I think that's it for me from this episode. May Allah harden our minds and soften our hearts. I'll be back in the next episode, inshallah. Take care, boys.
المتقين في مقام أمين في جنات وعيون يلبسون من سندس واستبرق متقابلين كذلك وزوجناهم بحور عين يدعون فيها بكل فاكهة آمنين لا يذوقون فيها الموت إلا الموتة الأولى ووقاهم عذاب الجحيم فضلا من ربك ذلك هو الفوز العظيم.